We're back. We're here with Bill Nolan. He's here to represent the Chelmsford Historical Society for the annual farm fair.
Good evening.
Appreciate you coming on, Bill.
My pleasure. The Chelmsford Historical Society is having their annual farm fair, and it's going to be this Saturday from 12 to 4. It's at 40 Byam Road. If you want to go and look at the website, it is chelmhist.org, just in case you want to. All of the collections of the Historical Society are there in that building and very well displayed. And there will be tours during the farm fair at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock if anybody wants to go into the homestead and look at that. The the country store and the Stevens Educational Center will be open all day during the farm fair. There's a wide variety of exhibitors and presenters at the farm fair, and I'll just take a few minutes if we couldn't go through those, and if you have questions.
Oh, I'll ask.
We'll start out, there'll be pony rides for children, and they'll be free of charge, and they'll be there all day from 12 to 4. There's going to be an art show in the Watts Stevens Educational Center, where a lot of local art will be displayed. Pine Hill Bunny Ranch will be bringing their bunny rabbits. The children always love that. And they'll also be bringing some homemade honey and homemade crafts that those folks do. Jones Farms, Debbie and Phil Jones will be there with their produce stand, and they're always a great source for information about, you know, farming and local vegetable gardens and horticulture. They're our local experts. John and Debbie Arthur will be there, and they make different wood products out of the historic beech tree that was on the common. When it was cut down, a lot of that wood went to them, and they make all different kinds of products out of that, and they will have those, and they'll be on display there in their booth. The Chelmsford girls volleyball team will be back again to host the barbecue. So essentially there's a food concession there where you can get something to drink and a hamburger and the usual fare. The Chelmsford Dog Association will have a table again this year with some dog activities like paw painting. Don't ask me what that is.
So we should bring our dogs?
That I would assume so, but it's a big place, and if the dogs were on a leash, I'm sure it would be a problem.
Great.
Bernie and Carol Reddy will be bringing their chickens and ducks, and they are also the ones that we press the cider with. We have a cider press at the Historical Society, and we also have 20 apple trees. We'll be picking those. We'll be pressing all that into cider, and that's a good activity where we get the kids and volunteers involved. South Chelmsford Agway folks will be there. Lisa and Manny, once again, another great resource for information about any kind of farming activity or horticulture or lawns, gardens, certainly a good resource. Charlie Wojcik will be providing the hay rides with a tractor, always a popular event. Fred Larson will be back again with his Wicked Good baskets. He and his wife make beautiful baskets, and they'll be back. Norm Jones, who builds model engines. He's a member of the Massachusetts Model Engineering Society, and he has these handmade engines that he's built, and he'll have them running, and that's always of interest to a number of people. There'll be a music facility, and there'll be music all day. We'll have goats. Bob and Deanna Peterson will be bringing back their goats this year, always a popular item. Cooking Buckets, which is the name of an outfit, are going to be there explaining to people, showing them how maple syrup is made. And then there'll be the heifer project, so we will have a live heifer that's been born in the recent past. So basically, that's what's going to go on during the day. It's always very busy. If you are going to come, you go down 27 to Byam Road, and then up the hill there, go past the building, and then there's going to be parking just past the building there, and there'll be someone there to show you where to park.
It's really a well-run event. I mean, every year, I've probably been there, I think, the last 5+ years. But, you know, as far as parking goes, you know, usually John Goffin or somebody
Yes,
from the...
John will be there, I'm sure, and he'll be showing you where to park. The parking lot before it is usually all the exhibitors and everybody else is in that, but there's plenty of room, and we just pull people down onto the lawn. It works fine.
Yeah, it's been great. And I think it's really a great event for people with kids that are, you know, ages, you know, newborn all the way up. I mean, it's got something for everybody.
It's the perfect family event, and I've never seen a family come there that weren't all having a wonderful time, and the kids enjoying a wide variety of activities. So it's always been great for families.
Now, you mentioned that there's going to be tours being given, right? 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, was that the time periods? And you had mentioned very specific rooms. What do they classify the basement hall as?
Well, the basement hall area is what they call an educational center.
Okay.
And but also upstairs is a general store that is very interesting. And the thing is, I think very few Chelmsford residents have ever been in it. Because events like this is your opportunity to see that. But it's really like an old general store the way it was in Chelmsford, and it's very well done. The actual homestead itself was built in 1736, and Becky Warren will be taking people on tours through that, through all the rooms in the house, so you can see, and she's very good in narrating what the family life there. But there's major collections in there. There was a major Chelmsford glassworks way back in the 1700s, and an awful lot of the glass artifacts of that are there. There is, you know, many cabinets with different kinds of clothing, all kinds of farm tools. So a tour can be very interesting.
I will say that Becky Warren is an underappreciated asset that the town of Chelmsford has. I mean,
she's
she
wonderful.
really does a fantastic job, and she really brings to life history that I don't think people really could put the kind of enthusiasm into that she does. She's an amazing person.
I can guarantee a tour with her, is really well worth. And this is a golden opportunity to do it, where residents in Chelmsford can come to the Historical Society and have someone explain to them the significance of everything that's there.
And you usually see quite a few people there. I mean, the Stanways are usually there helping out.
Yep.
You know, the Parleys are usually there helping out. You know, Parleys usually driving the tractor around. They give hay rides.
Yes.
Which is really fun and exciting for kids, because although it's not a long ride, it's kind of a fun ride, I would say, is probably the best way to describe
Well, we
it.
have big enough grounds that, you know, there's 2-3 acres there, and they can get the feeling of riding around a farmyard with all the different types of farm activities and animals. So it's always very popular.
And it's good. It's kind of like a picnic. So they've got
Exactly.
You know, the girls volleyball team.
And they've done it now for the last 3 or 4 years. They're going to do it again this year. And they're also very helpful with other things going on in the farm fair. And they get around and help out, and we've always appreciated that. They've done a wonderful job.
Now, my Uncle Bernie talks about it very enthusiastically, and this is one of his most favorite and prized events. So, you know, obviously as the family, we have to go and support. But he's done a good job at trying to reel my brother in to help him with the, crushing of apples so that they can make, homemade apple cider. And I know that my brother and his friend then took that cider and went off and made their own like hard cider or something.
Certainly
after
did.
you go.
that.
That's where most of it goes. One of the things people, when we're making the cider, people are always, well, why can't we have any? Well, it's not pasteurized. So generally it goes to people in the society, and they turn it into hard cider.
They use the yeast and they create it. And
That's right.
I know Bernie's done it for a number of years, and it's, you know.
How did I not know this?
Well, you probably weren't of drinking age yet when he first started. If you go back to the stories of how Bernie started making cider,
Sure.
really interesting.
And Bernie certainly is interesting in his own part. He is the authority on the Roby swords, which an awful lot of residents now own that have gone out and purchased, and there's a good collection of them there also. So certainly someone interesting to talk to about that interest either was in West Chelmsford, and he knows all about it.
Now, I wonder if Fred Merriam will be there.
Fred is not going to be there this. Oh yes, he is coming to Farm Fair, but to give everybody's family history out here. But his son from California are coming, and they're going to be up in Maine for a while. But he will be there at the Farm Fair.
That's awesome, because he wrote some fantastic books. I know that Lisa's husband Kenny has them for sale at the
He
store.
wrote those books?
He wrote those books.
Those are
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and those will be also there. There'll be a table there.
Wow.
And all of the same kind of thing you see at the 4th of July parade. If you ever go to the Society's booth, those kinds of things, all of Fred's books, and then other things. We've been putting together crossword puzzles, and we have a variety of things that people find interesting from the Society.
That's good. It's a big open field, not open field, but it's a it's a pretty big
Good
backyard.
size space it can handle 200-300 people without a problem, and we have beehives, so if you come, and we'll have it barriered off, but it's the kind of thing you want to tell your kids that you really don't want to go running around them.
Ryan did get stung last year, I will admit that, but it's definitely worth mentioning because it is
Sure.
active, and they need that because they've got apple orchards and things where they need the
That's right.
pollination of all those plants, so
Yep.
you can't really go in there and eliminate them. That would be bad for
Well,
the entire.
what we try to do is run the place like, as much as we can, like it would have been back in the day, and that's a key piece for us, to have something growing there and to have the bees and to bring animals onto the grounds.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on and advertising the event. When is it going to be held again? Just so the
It's going to be this Saturday, the 16th, from 12 to 4. It's at 40 Byam Road, right off of 27. And it's always a very nice day for family.
Well, we will try to see you there
Yeah.
and take some pony rides and
I'll
some
be
hay
there.
rides, and
I will definitely be there. That sounds great.
That's great.
you'll see Lisa crushing apples.
Yes. And then taking some for
We can
cider.
use all the help we can get.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Bill. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.